Moving on. Another great book to have in your collection, which I went over in the video we did on Russia, is a book called The Russian Icons. There's a whole bunch of them by a whole bunch of different authors, but all the icons are good. Look at the dates in the book, and you can see that a lot of the art predates the Renaissance. A lot of the art was painted during the Renaissance, so it's a very good book to have in your collection. Another book that's really good is The Borgias by Marion Johnson. Now, when you watch this series on Showtime about the Borgias, they skipped right to Caesar Borgias, but there was a lot of history before that. And even on Caesar Borgias and Rodrigo, they skipped a lot of things in that series as well. You can find a lot of things in this book that you have not seen in the series. I'm also going to do a show on this, Lord's willing, in the near future. All right? Another book that you can get that's good to have in your arsenal is a book called The History of the American Indians, or the North American Indians, by James Adair. And what James Adair's book is a compilation of a whole bunch of different journal entries, or diary entries for lack of a better word, of the people that came to the Americas and first encountered the Native Americans, showing you that all the customs of the Native Americans, all the customs, their whole way of life can be traced back to the Bible, showing you that they are indeed Israelites beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay? Another great book to have in your collection. Again, eBay, Amazon.com are your best bets. Maybe strandsbooks.com as well, but most likely not. Okay? Another good book to have in your collection as well is any variation of the book called The Catacombs. Right? It shows the different Jews, the different Christians that were living underground, fleeing persecution in Rome, how they lived underground in places known as catacombs, and left behind a lot of art and a lot of history. And a lot of the artwork that they left of the prophets of the Jews, like the apostles and the different prophets, Daniel, so forth and so on, Adam and Eve, all those icons are black. So it's another good book to have in your collection as well. Switching up a little bit, a very well-known book, Babylon and Timbuktu, very easy to find. There's a whole host of websites you can go to. If you live in New York, you can come to 125th, walk up and down, and you can find from Babylon and Timbuktu. A lot of good information, a lot of bones, meaning a lot of bad information as well. Brothers and sisters, I just want to say this in the interim. When you read history books, understand the Bible is the final authority. The Bible is the final authority. If you read something in a history book that does not line up with the Bible is not wrong, that history book is wrong. Okay? Moving on. Another good history book that you might want to use is a book called Before the Mayflower. I'm talking about the stories and the history of slavery in there. Amazing. Middle Passage, amazing. Lots of information. Lots and lots of information. Even before slavery. We're talking about from the 14 and 1500s. It goes into how the first blacks to come to America did not come from Africa. They came from Spain. And they were the noble families of Spain and Portugal that were kicked out by Ferdinand and Isabella and their cousin that was ruling in Portugal. They kicked the Moors out, and a lot of them came over here and settled down. Okay? A lot of good history in there. I'll go over that book one day. Another book that you might want to have in your collection is the writings of the complete works of Flavius Josephus. This is another book that you can buy at Barnes & Nobles or any other major book retailer in America. You can also find it on Amazon, eBay, so forth and so on. Okay? Am I leaving anything out? I think that's a good list of videos to start off with. I'm going to post this video on YouTube and on our website, of course. And brothers and sisters, feel free to chime in and add any of the books that you think are relevant to somebody starting off with the history for the first time. Again, I want to state one last time. The Bible is the final authority. If you read anything in any history book that does not line up with the Bible, it's wrong. And the history books should only be used to supplement what you're reading in the Bible. Simple as that, all right? So again, you guys don't have to sit down and go through all these books that I just mentioned, as well as the other ones that I'll be showing in shows in the future, because little by little, if it be the Lord's will, I'm going to go through each and every one of these books and just give you, brothers and sisters, some tidbits of information that you can use to make you more confident when you make a statement like King James is a black man. You'll be able to run down his mother's lineage and his father's lineage, so forth and so on. All right? So hopefully this video was helpful to the brother that asked me. And with that, I'll see you, brothers and sisters, on the next Yasha Allah Library, hopefully soon. A ton of new videos coming to the website real soon, if it be the Lord's will. Shalom.